A full-fledged. Y'all know this is gonna be nice.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious. Rap Sikoa saying your host your YouTube is sign off and imitator. Never duplicate us. Here's how Tim Vision. We're gonna go raw this week was in Birmingham, Alabama. But before we do, well, we gotta address the big pot. All right, let's see. It is. Folks, we're barely even 2 weeks into the new year, and we already have quite possibly the biggest news story of 2023 so far. It is official. Vince McMahon is back in WWE. So he is, as of now, him and two other people that were let go, I don't remember their names, are now on the board of directors, and that's it. Vince is just there. There's nothing saying he's going for creative. There's nothing saying he's looking to do anything else other than just be on that. He has said in memos that, while he does have majority stock, his big thing is he's interested in wanting to know where the company's going as far as with their viewing rights, the television viewing rights. And I wish I could articulate it and word it a lot better. I honestly can't. But from everything from all the stuff that I have seen and all the stuff that I have heard, and honestly, it sounds like Vince is either looking to do one of two things. And it's either looking to sell the company to like a Universal or a Disney or or a Paramount even, or something like that. Or looking to say, you know what? It was fun being public, but toodles, we're going back to being a private company. And I'm not even going to make any kind of guesses or predictions because at this point, well, first off, business and markets are business, stocks, all that kind of jazz, way out of my pay grade. I know less than rudimentary knowledge on. I'm still trying to learn it because I have stocks on stuff and I'm still learning. Secondly, this is hands down probably the most unpredictable and volatile in the nicest of ways, saying volatile as in fully unpredictable, volatile times in wrestling within the past 20, 30 years, I'd say. It is, because just, whoa. It's not like someone came in and said, we're merging with WWE and now you're going to have to, and it's going to be like the AOL Time Warner debacle, and then next thing you know, WWE's shut down within a matter of months, or was shut down almost relatively fast, just like WCW was. No. It's nothing like that, but if you want to get a little more educated on this and in a decent way, and I am nowhere near. I wish I was getting paid to plug and promote this, but go and look up Eric Bischoff's podcast, man, because honest to God, take your personal opinions about what he said or what he did and all that jazz, the whole I killed the business, did this, did that, whatever. Take all your personal animosity aside for 5 minutes. The guy is fucking smart on his shit. He knows his business. Go and listen to his shit and just go into it with an open mind and listen. That's all. You do that, you're gonna get a better idea on the whole Vince back in WWE kind of thing. That's it. That's, honest to God, the best way I can put that. But do also want to note, Vince did make it abundantly clear he does fully support Triple H, Stephanie, and Nick Khan on what they're doing. The memo he put out there, he said it like 2 or 3 times he mentioned it. And again, I don't think it's Vince is looking to come back to stroke his ego to being creative and saying, well, what the hell? I don't like what's going on TV, so you know what? Fuck this shit, I'm back, bitches! And then just go and throw everything that, Triple H wrote for the next 8 months in the garbage. I don't think that's the case. I think that he may become interested in creative at some point down the road. But that goes again with the saying of anything and everything is within the realm of possibility, especially in fucking pro wrestling. Yeah. So with that said, now that we're done talking about this, because honestly, like I said, I wish I could articulate everything that's sitting up in here a whole hell of a lot better. Thankfully, this show has helped me out with that a lot, but I still got some gaps to go through, but yeah, nowhere near there yet. Working on it, but nowhere near there yet. Go and listen to Eric Bischoff's podcast, Strictly Business in 83 Weeks. And if you want to complain, they're charging this, that, and the other, blah, 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 dude, just fast forward through the ads. It's what any cheap motherfucker like me would do. So, now that we're done talking about that, let's get back to track and switch gears and talk about last week via the SmackDown Rewind and the big highlights from last week's SmackDown. It started out just like Raw did with the Bloodline coming through the crowd, wrecking shit up. And then Roman comes out through the entranceway, has the town acknowledge him, and then Roman hits the nail on the head. Now we want to talk about the match with John Cena. Everyone wants to say, I lost. No, I didn't lose. You see, I didn't get pinned. So I didn't lose. He lost. Referencing Sami Zayn because Sami was the one that was pinned. He lost and then started giving Sami basically verbal chastising. And then out comes Kevin Owens, not to save Sami, mind you, but instead, Roman, me and you, we still got some unfinished business. And I want a shot at that Universal Heavyweight Championship. So, I'm thinking Royal Rumble. Next thing you know, they confirm it. It's going to be Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. They did also announce this Friday coming up, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, which, yes! Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens on free TV. Yeah. It goes back to the old saying, you and I are destined to do this forever. So yeah. Kofi Kingston had a match against Santos Escobar, which Santos won. Very much so surprised on that, but it's all good. It was a nice surprise, like, whoa, okay, wasn't expecting that. Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Karrion Kross and Scarlett had a mixed tag match against Emma and Madcap Moss, so basically it was a couples fight. Kross and Scarlett got the win. Afterwards, Kross then did a thing to taunt Rey Mysterio, so yeah. Charlotte came out, she was cutting a promo, talking about how it's good to be back. She beat Ronda, this, that, and the other, and then out comes Sonya Deville. Charlotte, you only beat Ronda, who's this experienced fighter, because she already got done going through someone. Why don't you try defending that title against a fighter who's primed and ready? And then Charlotte's like, alright, bring it on, Trick. So she actually did say that. I'm not even like paraphrasing or joking. She really did say, "Bring it on, Trick." Yeah. So, with that said, that was a damn good match. Charlotte got the win, no surprise there. Ricochet had a match against Top Dollar, and this came to be because the week prior, Ricochet was making fun of Top Dollar and the jabs at him for the whole slip up, doing the dive, and yeah. Top Dollar, he was pretty much dominating it. Ricochet got the win, surprise win on it. At the end, Top Dollar was like, "Hey, come on, man. It's all behind us now. Come on. Come on, I'm trying to be good here." Shake hands, code honor, and then next thing you know, boom! They beat the crap out of him. It's hit row. They do a roll-on him. On Ricochet, beat the living shit out of him. He gets saved by Braun Strowman. And then we get the Usos defending the tag titles against Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. And yeah. First and foremost, Sheamus, I'm fairly certain he did this for fun on Twitter, but he wound up nicknaming the team the Banger Brothers. And okay, if any parents are letting their children watch this, you need to fast forward at least the next 2.5, 3 minutes. Because Banger Brothers, dude, Bang Bros is definitely, if Bang Bros don't hit them with a cease and desist, I sure as hell don't know what to expect. Especially afterwards he then said, "What kind of ride should the Banger Brothers have? The Banger Bus?" And I'm like, dang! Yep, he's definitely watched. He's definitely been on Bang Bros. He's seen the Bang Bus. I got nothing on that one. Yeah. But anyways, as far as the match went, man, they did not disappoint, just like they always say. Just like Sheamus says, banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. You have an angry Irishman and an angry Scotsman going against two angry Samoans. This don't even sound like the beginning of a joke. No, this sounds like the beginning of a really bad bar fight. This sounds like the beginning of a really ugly fight that the bar owner better pray their insurance is up to date on. Yeah, the Usos got the win, no surprise there. So, yeah. Now with that said, so now that we're done going over all that stuff, let's get into this week's show. Raw, Birmingham, Alabama. It starts out with Kevin Owens coming out, getting ready to talk about on how he's going to be going against Roman, but then next thing you know, here we are graced by the wrestling God. No, not me. Instead, it was JBL coming out, being very much so JBL, blasting the town. It's out, blasting the town, Birmingham, and then blasting the state, Alabama, which, okay, it's Alabama, so it's kind of easy pickings on that one. But then saying, you are the worst person to go and face the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Instead, it should be the man who got the last recorded pinfall on Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin. Corbin then comes out, starts ripping up. Then, as Corbin's going on, Kevin Owens literally just goes up into the corner like this. Just buries his head into a corner like that the whole time. And then JBL, "Hey, Snowflake! What's the matter? You in a food coma or something?" "No, I was in a JBL and Baron Corbin are going on for 3 minutes about something and not getting to the point during all that time that they're talking coma." Fucking gold! God damn, I can't get over enough just on how straight to the point and on how, doop, right there, KO is on his shit. I fucking love it. And then Owens saying, "You know what, Corbin, You're dressed to fight. I'm dressed to fight. I was dressed to fight because I thought I'd run into the Usos. But you're dressed to fight. Let's get a ref and make this official. So now we get to our first match of the night. Kevin Owens versus Baron Corbin, excuse me. And Corbin, he was leading at the start and pretty much dictating the pace for the match. And it was I'm not even going to lie. There was only 5 matches on the show tonight. The first 4 flew by real fast and quick. And it's the build up for the last match, and I'll get to that as the show goes. But match came to an end when Owens popped a stunner right out of nowhere. Stunner out of nowhere on Corbin, 1, 2, 3. Afterwards, then came out the Usos with Solo. They did a beatdown on him, and yeah, they did a beatdown. So eventually, KO wound up he got thrown into the timekeeper's area, grabbed the timekeeper's shoe, and then used that as a weapon, and then grabbed a chair. And all I could think is, like from Austin Powers, who uses a shoe? Like, yeah. But yeah. Then he runs them off, and then you see backstage Adam Pearce yelling at the Usos, you know what? We're doing a Tag Team Turmoil match tonight. The winner is going to face you guys for those titles. Now, you're still SmackDown employees, so you two are out of here. And then his Solo's going, no, Solo, you're staying. Because you are going one-on-one tonight with somebody you've been giving life a living hell to. Dolph Ziggler. So, we'll get to the Solo Ziggler match in a bit. Next up, we got Bayley. Yeah, Bayley. Definitely not what I was thinking of. Moving forward, going against Mia Yim, and okay, again, the whole name change thing. She's the Titantron, and the little name bumper says Mi-chan, but they refer to her as Mia Yim. And then the commentators say Mi-chan, and then sometimes Mia just make it a fucking nickname, you know? You don't have to emphasize it. Not only that, I'm okay with giving a character a name change. I mean, Christ, look at Triple H, for example. He went from Hunter Hearst Helmsley to just literally having his ring name be Triple H. Yeah. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with name changes. Just have it be solid. Don't just overdo it like you're force feeding. Either way, before the match, Bayley cut a promo talking about how, you know, it's a shame Mia doesn't have any friends here to help her like she does, Io and Dakota. And then she says, you know, girls, this is your night. I'm doing this for you two. So you girls go ahead. You take the night off. I got this. And then Bayley says she's dedicating this match to Becky Lynch to show Mia just on how good of a friend she is. And then, yeah. So as far as the match went, Mia, she was leading into the break. Bayley was leading post-break. Decent match. It was quick. Bayley got the win when she wound up doing a backslide and she had her feet on the ropes. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Can't really argue it. Next up, we had Rhea Ripley going against Candice LeRAE, and this came to be because Candice was doing a backstage interview talking about on how Johnny hurt his shoulder at a house show, and he's on the mend for a bit, and she said, you know, and then she started going on saying, well, you know, my return hasn't gone as smooth as I'd like to, but with the Royal Rumble coming up, I feel confident in myself, and I'm declaring to be in the Royal Rumble. Rhea then steps out of the shadow, like, Candice. You being in the you having a chance to win the Royal Rumble is almost next to impossible. And then she starts going on, belittling her, and then saying, you know what? How about we settle this in the ring? So there we go. We get to the match. And very much so what you would expect. Rhea was dominating and powering over Candice LeRAE the entire match. Non-stop. And now Candice, for her credit, did get some licks in, but it was pretty much like seeing a 6-year-old fighting Mike Tyson in his prime. Yeah. Rhea got the win via a Riptide, 1, 2, 3, that was it, so yeah. Next up we got Solo going against Dolph Ziggler. They showed a backstage interview where Ziggler, he was talking about hyping him up, talking about on how he was all set to do this, and then gets cut off in the interview by Mustafa Ali saying, oh, I just got told by Pierce that me and you had a chance to be in that tag turmoil, and instead you said no so you could do this? Yeah, listen, kid, don't worry about it. I gotta take care of this business. Oh, no. You dude, Ali looking legit mad because, like, dude, you just fucking took off my plate. You took shit off my plate before it could even fucking get there. Kind of look. But, yeah. As far as this match, Solo against Ziggler, again, very much so what you would expect. 6-year-old going against Mike Tyson. Solo was running through Dolph throughout this entire match. It came to an end when he had him up for a powerbomb, threw him up, and then, boom, popped him with the Samoan spike, 1, 2, 3. Next up, we got the final match of the night. Tag Team Turmoil match. Finn Balor, Damian Priest, going against Gallows and Anderson, going against Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, going against the Street Profits. And speaking of Shelton and Cedric, it should be noted, Bobby Lashley did return this night as well, and had a conversation with MVP. MVP saying, nah, hey listen, first off, I need to know, we cool? We good? I haven't hit you yet. Alright, so that's that. Now listen, I got Pierce to reinstate you early. Honestly, I was wrong. I let some stuff go to my head on that. We need to get back to what we do. We need to get back to business. We all got sidetracked with our way. I got Shelton and Cedric working together again. I got them in that tag turmoil. I want you to come back. We can do this. And Bobby like, not yet though. Not yet, man. I'm not ready. Alright, it's good. Cool. And then they just kind of left it at that. So, yeah. Lashley also did declare himself for the Royal Rumble, so heaven help whoever's in his way. So, before we get into the Tag Turmoil match, they did a Miz TV where Miz interviewed Dominic Mysterio, who was arrested, and I say arrested because it's wrestling, for running up at his dad's house and then tormenting him, taunting his dad, and then Mama Angie just slapped the taste out of his mouth, and then the cops took him. The week beforehand, he'd cut this really like dark style kind of promo, but he was wearing all white and a solid white fluorescent background. And tonight he comes out with a bandana over his face, wearing sunglasses and a flannel, looking like Conan from the 90s. And then looking like Conan from the NWO. And then he goes on... Okay. Dominic has officially won me over with this segment, folks. Dominic Mysterio has officially won me over with this segment because the way he just carried himself, like He did major hard time. He did serious hard time. You know, prison changes you, man. While I was sitting there in my cell, I was on the top bunk. Yeah. Yeah, right. New guy getting the top bunk? Please. I heard my cellmate wanted to just punch me in the face. So you know what I did? Climbed off. I hit him. And I said, do we got a problem? And then Miz just like, and then Dom at one point says, yeah, I did a hard time, man. Now I know how Martha Stewart feels. I lost it. I fucking lost it. Sorry, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. Then Miz was saying, you know, I was talking to my sources and they said you were in county and it was only for a few hours. And then everyone got on like, yo, what'd you say? Oh, okay, I'm just saying. That was what I was told. It's possible I was wrong. And then out came Gallows and Anderson and then they started the match. So, nice start with Gallows. Gallows was the punching bag for the short bit and then Anderson got tagged in. And then he got worked around during the commercial break. And then Gallows got tagged in, got an actual hot tag. And got the hot tag post-break. Eventually though, Finn and Priest, they got the win, taking out Gallows and Anderson. And out come next, Shelton, Benjamin, and Cedric. And right from the start, they go ballistic after both of them. They're working like a fucking unit, man. I'm not even kidding. They're working like they did back in the day as the Hurt Business, and I'm just like, ooh, yeah, we getting to Hurt Business again. I'm all for this. I fucking loved the Hurt Business when they were going and running strong, man. No lie. Now, they were running hot with them leading for a good bit, leading right up until the end. And yeah, then I believe it was Cedric that took the pinfall. I could be wrong. But yeah. Next up then came Alpha Academy with Priest and Balor. They were leading strong until Otis got in, and then Otis got tagged in, and then it was pretty much what you would expect with Otis. Just coming in, boom, hitting everything like a fucking wrecking ball. And then at one point, and I don't know who thought of this, whether it was creative or the talent or whoever, but, you know, this spot was fucking genius. At one point when Finn's down and it looks like Otis is going to do the big Vader bomb to finish him. Now, Gable's knocked out also. So Finn, barely functioning and able to move, grabs Gable and throws Gable on top of himself, so as Otis is coming down, boom, he squishes Gable. So he sees that and then he's like, oh, Master Gable. And then Priest winds up decking out Otis and then takes him out, 1, 2, 3. Next thing you know, you see on the outside, in front of the commentating table, Finn, it's my ribs, Doc's looking him over. Adam Pearce comes out and then says, well, Finn, if you can't continue, we gotta forfeit. No, we're not forfeiting. Well, he can't compete like this. If he can't compete, you gotta forfeit the match. And they're like, no. And then Pearce just looks, or Dominic could replace you, Finn. What? And then they all just snap their head like, what? Hey, I'm giving you an option. You can either forfeit or you can have Dominic replace you. And Dominic, he's looking hesitant like, no. I'm not ready. Like, it's all right. You can do this. We got this. Yeah. Put him in. So, Dominic's in, and then we get Profits versus Judgment Day. And Profits, they were leading at the start with Dawkins being the punching bag, and then Ford got the hot tag in. And Ford, now, as good as Ford is, man, I've been saying it for a while. Dawkins, people fucking sleeping on Dawkins. Because he fucking stepped his shit up. He is nowhere near gonna go down the Marty Jannetty road. He ain't no Jannetty. There's no doubt on that. At one point where he literally did a running tope over the top rope and then landed on his feet, landed in front of the commentator's table. Boom! Hands there and then just like that. Like, motherfucker, how smooth are you? Like, damn! Yeah, it was that good. And match came to an end though when Ford, he's in, he does a 450 on the Priest, or he does a 450 on the Balor. 1, 2, Priest pulls him out, and then Priest goes to do a running charge at Ford. Ford then jumps up onto the apron. Priest hits the stairs, and then as Ford's getting ready to turn, as Ford's getting his bearings, seeing that, Finn, boom, does a quick roll up on him. 1, 2, 3 with his feet on the ropes. So your winners and new number 1 contenders, Finn Balor, the Judgment Day, or not Finn, Dom that got the pin. I got my name, I'm confused on that. I apologize. I was used to Finn being at the beginning. Thanks for switching that up on me, Wade. He switched the notes on the teleprompter. Sorry. Sometimes I get a little caught up and I just go straight off of it. But either way, after the match, as Judgment Day is walking up the aisle, Usos then come out and then they have an epic stare down and then the show ends. Just like that. So, yeah, that is it for this week's show, folks. So please, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the episodes when you can. Look for me on the Twitter at TimVicious. Also, folks, thank you to my executive producer, LeRAE Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. All that good shit details are down below. Also, thank you to contributor of the show, LFC Laundry Fighting Championship. There are a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, and a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Also, don't forget to check out WhatAManeuver.net for some good shreds apparel. Help support the show. Get a shirt for somebody that you love, somebody that you hate. And hey, Valentine's Day is coming up, so what perfect gift than, something from this little asshole here. Do not forget to follow these cool ass cats on Reddit, on the Twitter. Kenny Killer Diaz Mia _Ivy Diabolica RA Sergeant Curry Pants and Doves in your face. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.